Hey everybody, it's Carrie here from Root Grow Coffee, and I am doing some woodworking stuff today for the coffee cart. And the reason why I'm doing this is because the countertop was getting really gross and grody. It was nasty, and I thought this would be a perfect time. The weather is great, we could sand it down, we can reapply a brand new weatherproofing material on it, and so that's what I did. So I'm actually changing it up, and let me show you real quick. So this was what we originally used for the countertop of the coffee cart, and this was great, but it's really not. And the reason why for that is because it could handle so much. It did its job. It weatherproofed, it waterproofed. Like when you put water on it, it did bead. However, it stains very, very quickly, and it is not really made for food surfaces. So if I use soap and water, detergents on things, I just know the top was getting really, really grody. So I'm changing things up. Right now I'm just kind of getting some supplies here, which I actually already grabbed. So we're going to go back and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm using to resurface our countertop. Now looking at the rest of the cart though, everything is looking great. I feel like I should sand it down and maybe reapply some more of the waterproofing on there. I just feel like maybe I didn't do enough coats. I don't know. But this is definitely a learning experience. So let me show you what I'm working with. Now, this is the top of our cart, and as you can see, we had wood that was splitting up here. We did have some scratches, some water damage spots that I tried to sand down. And so I used pretty much a 120 grit and an 80 grit on this to really get it nice and even and sand down here. So that's what I used overall on the cart. You can see that there was some staining, like for instance there was staining right here where we had sanitizer solution get all covered on that. And I might take one more pass on the sanding just because there are spots, but I don't want to sand down the top too much. But overall, I feel like I'm in a good place where everything is nice and smooth, it's leveled out. Before I hit the record button, I did go ahead, wipe down everything with a tack towel to make sure we picked up any dust or anything like that before I actually apply the coating. So let me show you what I picked up instead after doing some research for what we truly need to use. Alright, hopefully my camera will stay in place. But basically, this is what I've gotten. Let's see, this is the Watco. This is the Butcher Block Oil and Stain. And I wanted to get this because based upon my research, this is made for food grade. This is food grade safe. This is FDA food grade safe. It was about $18. 18 and a chunk of change at Home Depot. So I went ahead and got it, and I am going to go ahead and start doing a couple of coats on the countertop, getting that all rocking and rolling. I am following the instructions on the can because you guys are going to walk with me through this. I may screw this up. I might nail it. I don't know, but there's a first for everything. I've never done this before, ever. There's a first time for everything, right? Okay. So we did the prep work with the soft clean cloth, which I already have. It says allow 6 hours to dry before recoating. Prior to recoating, light scuff sand with 400 grit sandpaper. Wow, okay. Repeat steps 1 through 4. Allow 72 hours prior to normal use. So, you know, not a whole lot of reapplying here, which is actually not terrible. Let's see. Apply at room temperature, approximately 72 degrees. Do not thin if desired. Use additional coats. Blah blah. Okay, so we're good. We're basically good. The weather is not piping hot or anything. I got it all mixy. This is a clear coat, so just to let you know, it is a clear coat, so it'll keep the natural wood look to it. So here we go. Should I wear gloves? Should I wear gloves? I don't know. Okay, so I just finished putting the first coat on, which is great. There are a couple of spots that I did not hit. Let me show you some of the spots that I totally missed. Yeah, as you can see right here, I didn't get this very well. I should have sanded the backside of this. It needed some TLC for sure. And we purposely left the sticker on so we know this is the backside, but I don't know. We might have to sand this off or take it off. But I think we're going to stop right there just because we got all this work to do. But the most important part is that we got this top surface done. There are some spots like right here and a couple of other places that I noticed that I didn't sand down very well. So we'll try to do that over again and then we'll reapply the coat. And so that way this is food safe and waterproof. I mean, this is a learning curve. I'm not a woodworker and never really worked with wood. I'm just going by what I see, what I read, all the things. All right, just sat down. I'm finally relaxing. Got the countertop all done. I didn't realize how sticky the oil would be. I had to even Google how to get the sticky oil residue off my hands. By the way, if you want to know, you actually want to use an oil, like a vegetable oil or something in your house. I actually used avocado oil, rubbed a little bit on my hands, and then washed my hands with soap and water, and it's gone. So, little trick there, in case you were wondering. But overall, I feel pretty good. There were some obvious spots that I didn't catch the first time around that showed up when I put the first coat on. And obviously on the can, it said that we got to sand it down again and reapply anyway after the first coat. So I'll go ahead and do that tomorrow, first thing in the morning. But I wanted to sit down and say thank you guys for liking and watching this video, because without you obviously putting out this content wouldn't happen because of you. And so far we have 21 subscribers since making this video. So thank you to our subscribers who have been following the channel, liking, commenting, anything, any interaction whatsoever really helps out our channel, because there's so many videos out there about mobile coffee carts, being in the coffee catering industry, and there's so much of that out there, and I'm trying to think outside the box of what more can I offer from my perspective of someone who already is in the coffee industry, who also owns a roasting company and is expanding into the catering world. I'm hoping we can definitely put out some more stuff. It's just a matter of what you guys want to know. That's a huge thing. It's what you guys want to learn. I'd love to make a video about. So enough about that. We will flash forward to tomorrow and let's see how it goes.
Hello, it is morning time and we are going to check the countertop this morning. But before we do that, I'm going to make some coffee. So make some coffee with me. espresso straight. I do. I really, really do. But right now, I am mixing my espresso. So yeah, just doing a little mixy, and then we're gonna check the top after I have my espresso, and we'll see what it looks like. It's very good. One thing about espresso, if you're gonna have it straight, you want to mix it up because the top layer of the crema entraps the oils and the fats and the CO2 out of the coffee beans when you're brewing coffee. So by mixing in your espresso, you're incorporating all of that, which makes a better tasting coffee. So a little tip right there. Okay, so here's our countertop this morning, and it's definitely feeling really good. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the second layer on for sure. I just came out here and I thought I noticed some bumps, but we're actually really, really good on that. There's actually no bumps on here. It's just paranoia on my part. All right, let's go ahead and apply layer number 2. So I put on the second coat onto our countertop. We're gonna let it dry, and then we're gonna come back and check it later today and see what the result is. I don't know if we need to put a third coat, but you know what they say, third time's a charm. So we'll take a look at it later. It's the afternoon time, and I'm just coming out looking at the countertop, and let me show you what it looks like here. I mean, honestly, I'm not too mad about it. I mean, you can see a little bit of that scuffing that happened, some markings that I tried to sand out, but it didn't come out overall. But I mean, honestly, it's coming out gorgeous. I mean, overall, I feel pretty good about this. It's not too bad. The way that the cart layout is that really the espresso machine is going to be right here, and then we have the secondary hole that's going to be for like our grinder and like the electrical here, and then this is more of the plumbing hole right here if you are, you know, facing the cart this way, and then this is where our pitcher rinser is right here. So imagine the cart facing this direction. So a lot of people who come to our cart are not really going to see the little scuffs or anything because there's going to be a bunch of stuff on it. I mean, I'm getting a little hard on myself because of the different scuffs that I see on here. But overall, I'm pretty happy about this. It feels really nice. I am going to work on the third coat, and then we're going to see how it does this evening. The third and final coat is officially on. I'll have you take a look real quick. So there we go. We got the third coat on that. I made sure to oil up the sides and get the finish going on that. So I went all around the edges here too. So everything has its third and final coat. We're gonna let it dry and then check in again tonight to see how it is. So after doing a couple of coats with the butcher oil finish on here, I'm really pleased on how this came out. I'm really super excited about it. It's nice, it's smooth, it gave a little bit of life to the countertop,
I actually did a beaded test earlier where I put droplets of water, even though I should have waited, but I was too excited. Just a little small drop, you know, and it beaded up automatically, so there were beads floating around. So this tells me that it's definitely waterproof for sure. I'm really excited to get this going for the farmers market on Saturday. We have plenty of time to do that. Today's Tuesday, so this is going to be nice and cured and ready to go by the time we get to the market. Also, I wanted to share something else with you.
You know, I was thinking to myself, like, if I'm doing the butcher block oil on the top, why not do the bottom part of our cart?
I actually have put on a coat today. This is the bottom of our cart. Obviously, you can see the channels that are here. And I went ahead and put a coat on since I had plenty of material left. Now, this material is not birch. I want to mention that. It's not birch wood. It is plywood. Just the pressed cheap plywood that I initially used for my build, but we didn't change it to the birch because didn't want to. And initially when we built our cart, that's what we used for the whole entire frame. But after we built everything, I realized how heavy it was. It was so freaking heavy. Even our panels were super heavy, and there I was like, there's no way. So I did a little bit of research and come to find out birchwood was the way to go. We changed everything. The panels that go around the cart, the top is birch. But our bottom base, we didn't switch that out because I wanted to have a nice heavy duty base. So that's why it looks a little bit different than what my countertop looks like. But overall, it's absorbing. And I think these two parts are the most critical, the top and the bottom part of the cart, because obviously if you have any plumbing issues, any leaks or anything, you don't want it absorbed into wood. And I figured it might as well have that at the bottom and of course the top as well. So overall, I'm pretty happy about it. I'm planning to do some content with the cart here pretty soon. If you enjoy this video, you find it informative, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, subscribe. Subscribing really helps as I'm trying to grow the channel to educate and show you guys my journey as to becoming a coffee cart operator, owner. As someone who's been in the coffee industry for 10 plus years, would really, really love your support, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.